Hello, fabulous people. I hope you're doing well. For those of you seeing me for the first time, my name is Kelvin Mokpai. I am Nigerian, 27 years old, currently based in the Netherlands, and I am a queer person of color. I am here to share with you about my experience growing up as a queer person of color and a Christian, to be precise. There is a whole stereotype on this, and I think it is really awful that we as humans are not as compassionate. Growing up in Nigeria was really hard for me. It was a struggle. I grew up in a community where everyone knew me as a boy girl. I was very attracted to everything feminine. I went from wearing my mother's heels to her hair to her dresses to even playing with Barbies. And the whole community discriminated me for that. They harassed me, they bullied me. At the time I was just a child and I knew the world around me is not ready to accept me for who I was. As a child, I already felt rejected by my own family. Long story short, I grew up with my mom, my grandma, my sister, and growing up, my dad was absent in our lives for a very long time. He was in the Netherlands and, just building his life overseas and finding growing up pastures. So with my mom at the time, she was very loving, like she was the best mom ever. I'm telling you, this is not a place of, I'm not coming from a place of anger or despise, because I love her so much. She's the reason why I'm here today. Discipline, wise words. She's a powerful woman. Just her being the mom and also being the dad for a very, very long time. I mean, all my life, she's the only one I knew. She was at the time very spiritual, a fierce lady, hardworking. She was everything I inspired to be like. I was so inspired by her. I wanted to make dresses as well, but the community would be like, "This your son looks so much like a girl. You need to be careful." Sometimes they just, I don't even have to speak. They just see me and they just call me a woman. Are you a boy or a girl? All my life I have to defend myself. I'm a guy. I'm a guy. I'm a boy. I'm a boy. Why do you look so much like a girl? Hello? There's nothing I can do about my looks. But aside from that, these were not just concerns. I thought at the time, oh, they loved me. They like me. I was just happy. But behind my back, they go to my mom and they caution her. They tell her all sorts of hateful things. And of course, my mom was spiritual at the time. Suddenly, she became a Christian. She brought us up with the scriptures. I became a prayer point in my household. Like, there is something wrong with me. I am possessed. I am bewitched. Imagine praying to God for blessings, abundance, and protection. That you become a prayer point, like something that needs fixing. This is my life for a very long time. On a beautiful morning, my dad appeared. We're all excited. He was like, "Oh, you guys have brothers." I'm like, "We have brothers?" They're like, "Yes, you guys have brothers. We're going to the village to see your brothers." I'm like, "Oh wow, I was so excited." My brothers were brought up by my dad's family, and I'm telling you, they were brought up with so much hatred. All I knew at the time was only just love. And of course, I was very stubborn at the time. I played a lot. I was also a bit troublesome because I was just me being me as a child. But then we went to the village to see my brothers. I could perceive the energy down, no welcome. They started asking me questions. I felt so like, why are they like concerned, so concerned about how I look than who I am? I'm like, at the time I don't understand what was going on, to be honest. I was just playing along. They asked me, "Why are you acting like a girl?" They slap my hand. They call me all sort of names. One morning my dad was like, "Yeah, my brothers are going to start staying with us." And I knew like my world is going to change. I mean, mine and my sister's, because she's the only one I think I can talk to up till date. At the time my brothers moved in with us, nothing was the same again. My mom became Christian. She was very devoted. We all went to church. But it's like I live in a house where everyone speaks about God, but no one was actually practicing the teachings of God. I was singing in church to the extent my mom was telling me, yeah, you're going to be a bishop. I was like being prepared to be something I was not. Yes, I love to sing for God. Yes, I am in a whole different realm when I speak to God or when I sing to Him. That brings me joy. I decided to be more spiritual. I kind of now see things differently, to be honest. Long story short, I moved to the Netherlands with my sister, hoping to have a good life. I was very happy moving to the Netherlands. Like, it was all I've ever dreamed of. And that happened. I was so grateful to God. I was so grateful to my dad for having me, for bringing us over. But then I faced another rejection, which caused me to move out at age, I think I was 18 at the time. And in this country where everything seemed to be luxurious, and I have to just suddenly survive and adapt and still take care. Because I remind you, I have siblings and loved ones back in Nigeria. None of them understood what I was going through, but I was alone throughout this time. No one to talk to. I felt so abandoned and rejected. I fed myself, I struggled, I studied, I learned the language. Currently, I am a supervisor in a hotel called Easy Hotel. I manage a team of 7. And still yet, my family don't think I deserve their love because I am not what they want me to be. I am queer. It is not allowed. It is an abomination. They still call me to tell me who I should be, and I am just finding the courage and the strength to set clear boundaries with them. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle. Currently, I am basically recovering from all the traumatic experiences that I've been through. It's not a story for one day, I believe. It's not a story I can tell you in this all in just this video, because it is quite heavy for me. Therapy is very important. If you ever felt heartbroken by the people you really cared about, if you've ever been discriminated, if you've ever been rejected, abandoned, it is very important that you go to therapy, you talk to someone, surround yourself with people who love and care for you. And if you're a queer person of color who is a Christian, I tell you, the only thing you can do for yourself is to love yourself, is to accept yourself for who you are. Because at the end of the day, you are the only one who recognizes how you feel. No one can tell you how you feel. You know how you feel about so many things, so many injustices that are being done to you. As a naive child, I thought pleasing my parent was the best thing to do to gain their love. And when I moved out from his house, then I decided to go for what I love, which was in the hospitality industry. I studied hotel management. And today I am still trying to, do the things that actually make me happy. I remember back in Nigeria, I was really interested in dancing and singing, in acting, in, doing things that really brightens up your spirit, things that really brings out me. And that is someone who is cheerful, someone who is just alive, to see like life is too short. That is the kind of energy I carry. Life is too short, I live my best life. And so many people who see me for this, I think they get scared. They project their fear on me. Accepting myself and the dilemma of being a Christian and all the preachings of the Bible was a big struggle. To come out of that fog, I have to educate myself in these matters. You know, at the time when I was still in Nigeria, I think about 12, 13 years old, I started practicing to act like my brothers, like how they bounce, how they walk, how they do their, these nigga things. I had to, because my default behavior is feminine, and constantly they tell me I cannot act like that. They beat me for it, bully me for it. So I had to learn how to act like them. So I just stay in my room and I just act like them. I think I created like multiple personalities, to be honest, because when I'm in school, I'm a total different person. That is where I blossom the most. When I'm in church, oh, I let the spirit flow. But when I'm home, I have to adjust to my surroundings. I felt like a prisoner in my own house. The journey is a long one. It's a hard experience. You know what is really important in this world is the compassion that we show one another. We are humans, we need each other. There is so much I don't want to say in this video, but what I will tell you is, as you go about your day, as you go about your daily life, try to live with compassion. Try to live with gratitude. Be kind. Show kindness. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Show love and enjoy. This enjoying part is important. Enjoy the little moments, because like I said earlier, life is too short. Do the things that makes you happy. So if you're out there, the best thing you can do for yourself is accept yourself for who you are. Is to show yourself that kindness that you deserve. Is to value yourself and your growth. Self-awareness is very important. That you are aware of who you are. Be mindful. You know, I started this podcast called Talk with Osasy. It is a podcast that highlights the struggles we all face as we journey through life. And I've invited brilliant minds, artists, authors, professors, advocates to this podcast, and I've gained so much wisdom from their stories and their insights. I advise you check my podcast and see what you can grab from 1 or 2 episodes. And I would really like to say to anyone who is a queer person of color, or just a queer person going through the same struggles, please don't dim your light. You are strong, you are important, you are special, you're unique, and you're fabulous. If you want to share your story as well, please feel free to reach out. I'm going to set up the studio and we can talk about it. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. It helps the channel, and I appreciate you all for sticking through the whole video and just listening to my story. And I will try to share more of my story, because this is not something I do a lot. It's actually because I've been recovering from everything, so I don't really have the need to share my story yet. But today I just feel like, let me just share a bit about myself, and I hope it helps 1 or 2 souls out there. Stay blessed, be kind, be true, peace, and thank you for watching.
Professionally, what's popping, my
and God forbid something happens tomorrow. I don't do that. It's really important to be self-aware of what, so that's how I prove of be like what phase of life you're in. We need to be really understanding about our own situation.
We are the poorest in this country. So me, everybody sick, mental health, everybody needs therapy, and even the therapy needs therapy.
You have to be happy with what you have.
Don't even think like